it going out there? Is everybody having a wonderful time? This is Dr. G, your success psychologist, helping you on your journey to finding your personal success, your success for your life. If you don't understand what the definition is, I've done episodes on that. So go back, find that one to help you define your definition of success. I am here. I want you to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and definitely you have to share this information, because when you become successful, let me tell you, you're not going to be the only person. You're not going to want to be the only person in your circles that's successful. You're going to want all your friends to come along with you, because who wants to travel and go on trips by themselves? If you want more information about me, go to drgladney.com. I have lots of stuff and resources and fun stuff, and can even give away free stuff on my website. So go there as well. But today we're talking about something that all of you all deal with. Everybody deals with those emotions that you need to learn how to get control of. Because let me tell you, your emotions are blocking your success. They are keeping you from being successful when you don't understand how to manage them. And a part of what I did for 14, 15 years was understanding and researching emotions as well, and our human behavior, how that interacts, and what we need to do with these emotions. So I was on the track, and I'm still the emotional wellness expert that helps people to understand that and how that blends in with psychology. So understanding that your emotions, let me tell you, 75 to 90% of all your sickness and disease start with your emotions and stress. Your emotions then dictate your stress. Do you see how important this is in your life? You have got to get in control of your emotions and not let them control you. If your emotions are controlling you, you are going to definitely want to hear what I talk about and tell you today. Your emotions, now we all have them. We are just chock full of emotions. They are in your limbic portion of your brain. Talked about that when I talked about the brain, but understanding what your emotions are and what they do. They are created. We are created with emotions. God created these wonderful specimens in people and chalked us full of emotions. There are negative emotions and positive emotions. Most of the time when people say, "Oh, you're so emotional," that means it's something negative, and that means, oh, you're either sensitive or whatever, because your emotions are all over the place. Men like to think that women are emotional. We are. Guess what? The limbic portion of our brain is bigger. So guess what? We're going to have more emotions. We were made that way. Women, we make no apologies for the way that we are crafted and created. It's okay. But I want to help everybody understand how to get their emotions in check. Guys, you need to help. I'm helping you to be able to express your emotions better, because you're trained. I have a son, so you train your boys when they're growing up don't cry, don't show, man up, all of that stuff. But it's teaching them how to suppress their emotions, and that's not good. You want to be able to know how to manage your emotions and become emotionally mature. Emotional intelligence, understanding about your emotions, all of that. So I'm just going to help you to understand that emotions, I'll read the definition. I'm big on definitions. They are the conscious mental reactions that you have, such as anger or fear, and they're subjected to your experiences, and it's a strong feeling that is brought about and directed toward a specific object or a person. Now, you all know that some of you have emotions when you're surfing on YouTube and you're trying to find something and you get upset because you started something and it wasn't what you thought it was going to be. The emotions are all running rampant. They are in the limbic portion of your brain, as I shared earlier. And then our limbic portion controls the emotions. Your logic and reasoning is in your neocortex. So research has shared and told us, and there's a lot out there, people, but research says there's really only two emotions and everything else comes from those. And that is love and fear. I want you to think about that. All of the positive emotions are coming from love. All the negative emotions are coming from fear, and fear derives so many different things. And I'm going to do one that's just on fear, because people have a lot of different fears that they have going on in their mind that they have created. So, but you can change the way you feel. This is a great thing, because these emotions, we got to get them in check. And I talk about being emotionally healthy and understanding what that is. But these emotions can get locked in your subconsciousness. And that's why sometimes you're triggered about things and things happen and come out. I did an episode on the brain, but emotions are critical to learning and memory. So you have to have emotions. So emotions are something that are really good. I want you to understand that emotions are good for you. You just have to, even the negative emotions, that's all well and good. We just have to learn how to control them. And then, of course, emotions are expressed through your body. We can see through body language. I talked about that in attitude, in the attitude episode. Your emotions, you can show fear, anxiety. You can show disdain. You can show anger. You can show you're happy. You're sad. I'm puzzled. You see, all of those facial expressions are coming from, because I'm telling my brain, this is what you need to do. And now I want to talk to you when we're talking about emotions, and emotional wellness is a deliberate effort of managing your emotions and how you feel, and your body, mind, your spirit. And all of that is tied together. We are body, mind, and spirit. And how these emotions come about, they come about from a thought. Now, then you have the emotion. And the difference between the emotion and feeling, I need to help you understand this, because you can't control it without understanding about your feelings. Where the feelings coming from? Well, the feeling is the emotional state of being. So when you feel something, it's because that thought, that emotion of anger, I should be angry, so now I'm going to feel angry. Do you understand how fast that happened? Yes, when you have a thought, which is derived in that emotion, it's a thought. And then when you react on it, it's a feeling. So that emotion turns into a feeling. And now you feel some type of way. So I want you to think about it. Kids don't really even know to be afraid. We teach them that fear. We put that thought in their head to be afraid of something, which most of the time is good, because we don't want them to run in the street. We want them to be careful not to touch hot items. We want them, but we put that thought in their head, and then it becomes a feeling. So understanding all of this and what you need to do with your feelings. Feelings are how we interpret the emotions that you have. So when you say, I feel bad, it's because you have a thought in your mind that you feel like is making you feel bad. You're translating that to a feeling. Just learning this alone should be like, oh, wow. Okay, so if it's a thought and it derives here, this emotion, and now I can attach the feeling of anger or not, that means you have a choice. You have a choice to make the decision that, you know what? I'm not going to be angry. Now, that person just said something to me that I don't appreciate and I don't like. And I can give you example after example of people saying things to me that they shouldn't. We all have those examples as you go through daily life. But you know what? You can say, okay, that thought, that emotion, you know what? I should be upset. But I'm not going to attach a feeling to that, because I'm learning how to manage my emotions. So what they thought was going to make me angry, guess what? It's not. I'm going to instead attach the feeling of I'm not going to let that bother me. So the feeling you get is really nothing there. Can you imagine what that would do for your life and to your success? Come on. I'm giving you some really good stuff here. I hope you are writing this down. You can control your emotions and your feelings. So, understanding what that looks like. Now, I'm going to give you some things that are going to help you. I want you to be able to flip your brain and train your brain so that the emotions that you have, I'm not going to be in a negative space. I'm going to be in a positive space. All you're doing is training your brain that. And I told you in another episode how your brain works. So go back and look at that one so that you can learn how to get control of your brain and your thoughts, which are going to then control your emotions and your feelings. I don't want you to be controlled by your emotions. So another quick tip is always take 3 breaths before you respond to anything. It gives oxygen to your brain and it helps you to calm down. It helps you to manage those emotions so that you can turn that thought that was going to be emotion and a negative feeling into a positive one. I'm telling you, this right here is gold. It is going to help you on your journey to success. Understanding how to successfully control and manage your emotions. That's right. Now you got to practice on everything that I've told you. Go today and practice. Practice today, tomorrow, the next day, the next day. You're going to get it. We're going to train that brain because we're getting ready for the success marathon. It's a marathon, people. It's a process. But I believe in you. You got it now. I'm expecting you to be able to manage those emotions and not let them control you. Go like, subscribe, share, and go to the website, drgladney.com. Until I see you next time, go work on your journey. See you on the other side.